Silas's loud yawn wakes you up. Good morning. Ah, you're awake. I need some water. I'm parched. She rolls from the mattress to the floor. And I need to get us breakfast. Have to admit that the miss taking care of that was nice. After you refresh yourself and have a simple breakfast, courtesy of Silas, you head for the heart of the city, across the canal. Shit, I almost forgot. You know your way, right? I need to do something for a couple hours? I can handle myself. That's what I want to hear. I'll meet you at the temple. See you later. Silas waves at you and heads back. What does she usually do while you offer your services to the temple? I should ask her. I wanted to ask her before she left. I was really curious about it, but she left fast. While you're not familiar with the city like Silas is, you now know your way around it, and that makes you quite proud. There's music coming from a square. Deep voice sings about the sorrow of a siren accompanied by strings. Of course it's you. You're around the corner to see Alphion sitting at the foot of a statue and Atri resting her back against it. Wave. Atri beckons you to come closer. Oh, okay. Alphion sings the last words of the verse and plucks the strings of his lute to end the song. Good morning. Where's my applause? Whatever. You don't need an applause to know you're good. That's true, but it does wonders to my ego. What makes it even bigger? What are you two doing here? I'm brightening this spot, seeing if anybody feels generous enough to toss me a coin or two. And Atri's here to catch up. Can only endure him in small doses. You hurt me. 3 envoys and you couldn't be more different from each other. What's with that look on your face? You touch your forehead where Atri marked you with her blood. Atri, what did you do to me? I offered you a bond of blood. Why are you making a fighting pose? Are you gonna punch me in the forehead now? Wait, no. I thought we had talked about it. When you offer something, the other party can refuse. She did the same thing to me, by the way, and without a warning. It was dreadful. She ignores him. Our bond will let me know if you're ever in danger. Think of me intensely enough, and I'll come to your aid. That sounds pretty handy. Thank you. She bends an arm in front of her body and the other behind her back. Her military salute is curt yet precise. By the way, it's the first time I've seen you by your lonesome. Silas had something come up and Marine was taken to the halls. Taken by force. By the warden. They exist? I always thought that was a fable to keep mages away from people. Marne understood what you were in a way unmatched by Silas. Would Alphion and Atri understand even more? They went through the same ordeals you're experiencing. Can I ask you something? Of course. What happens if I deny one of the voices that guide me? Briefly explain the situation to her, Nelia's pride in her life and her mother's opposing desires. Entertain the grudges of the dead and they'll offer themselves to you. Deny them and they'll return to the abyss. Oh, okay. So it is just that simple. Okay, listen. Alphion's nodding, but also he was like, yeah, I just did whatever my voices told me to do. It was super easy and whatever. So like, you don't know what happens when you deny them, really. Don't act like you fucking told me so, okay? I mean, he did tell you as much when you visited him at the Rose, but like still, it's not... I refused some of them, released them into the embrace of the abyss. I could not abide to their wishes, for I found them repulsive. Whatever you do, make sure you do not regret it. Yeah. Oh, I get to ask the other questions. What does the abyss want from you? Alfion's smile turns faint. It wanted me to repel the themes, and I did. Now it wants me to snap Alfion out of his minstrel act. Which is not going to happen. His eyes beg you to change the topic. One more thing. What does it mean to be an envoy? It means that we sense it. Utter despair, elation, joy, pain, and love. When you threw yourself into the fire, I could sense the fear of that boy, too sickly to stand, as his lungs filled with smoke and despair, his cries resonated with the abyss. With me. He wouldn't have made it if not for her. She likes to play hero. You make it your mission to avoid any sort of responsibilities. Perish the thought. Atri and Alfion do not talk in the riddles of the abyss and aren't nearly as cryptic as the whispers that are supposed to guide you. You decide to talk with them a bit more before parting ways. You arrive at the pawn shop after a long day at the temple and are pleased to see no unattended fires inside. Thank goodness. There's little point in knocking, so you walk around the building to the side entrance. Traversing a cramped side alley lets you into the shared garden. Malec is right there, crouched in front of a small patch of dirt, partially obscured by fronds of fennel. I haven't watered my plants in a couple of days. Oh shit, I have to do that. Yo. Good evening. He turns around. It's you. Good evening. Malec moves aside to reveal small violets spurting from a small gap by the wall. Nice. I don't have the fortitude to handle manure, so I need to settle for small flowers. Crude fenced path divides the dirt into neat areas where different vegetables are growing. Malec's violets are the only flowers you see. Should I be flattered or concerned? Disappointed, probably. Spoiled a gift that was meant for you. Pale imitation of your bewitching eyes. Dude, you have got... Like, you are so normal most of the time, and then occasionally you are just, like, insane about the coming on real strong. He wipes his hands on the cloth hanging from his waist. I'll need a minute to put away everything. Why don't you go inside in the meanwhile? He gestures towards the side door. Okie dokie. Instead of briefly passing through, you bathe in the splendor of the room, rich with velvet and carved wood. He joins you shortly after and you get to work. This time, you sift through an entire shelf by yourself. Malec steals glances at you and you feel the shadows within him burn, contained within his heart. For now. What? Calm down. What? Huh? I haven't found anything. Any luck on your end? None so far. You stop before the attic is plunged into darkness. Once again, Silas is waiting for you outside the shop. That took forever! How long have you been waiting here? Just knock next time. You can wait inside. Huh, if you insist. The following morning, someone slides a scented envelope under your front door. Ooh. What the? Silas picks it up and smells it. Is it poisoned? Does it smell like poison? This comes from the Miss. Same perfume. Oh! The blue wax seal is imprinted with an ornate M. It says, my dear friend, and Silas too. Wow. Well, she's still got her attitude. That's good, at least. That's a good sign. Ornate's script is elegant and flowery. Your visit did not go unnoticed and considerably aided me. For that I must thank you. Yes, excellent. What does that mean? My actions set a precedent that could have disastrous consequences for Caroline. Freedom that I had begun to take for granted has been stripped away from me. Thanks to you, I will earn it back. Oh, wow. You make her sound remorseful. So that means that the halls have a jail of their own. May the shadows rend my chains asunder. I don't suppose you can tell her tone from her handwriting or something? You cock an eyebrow. No? Huh. Forget I said anything. What? What are you... It reads to me as if she's trying to reassure us. Yeah, she doesn't strike me as someone who'd admit she's in trouble. I do miss her breakfast. Speaking of which, I'll be right back. She returns after a handful of minutes with some black bread and almonds. Silas? Yeah? What is it that you do when I'm gone? I've been trying to get a cat. Really? Oh, wait. I think you mentioned it. I don't remember this. I feel like I would remember this. Oh, wait. I do remember this. That's right. I don't know how long we'll be staying here, but I'm getting ready for the fall season. I hate mice. I don't imagine you can just grab a cat and bring it home like that. She shows you a scratch on her wrist. Aha, haha. I tried and some sailors laughed at me. The cat needs to choose you, they said, so I've been roaming around the harbor trying to get to know the felines. There's work to be found there as well. They always need help with unloading the vessels. Nice. That's good. I mean, you're probably fine. How do you... Well, now I'm concerned, actually. You should maybe get that scratch seen by someone. Possibly. I already did. Went to a temple and got a salve for it. It just needs a bit of time to heal. Oh, okay, that's good. The only thing I don't like about the harbor is how many creepy stories they like sharing. She clears her throat and makes her voice deeper. Don't go near the island on the 3rd of the month, or you should get a pig and rooster tattooed on your feet in case you ever fall into the water. Or my favorite, if you ever catch a glimpse of a siren, blind yourself with salt and twist your earlobe 3 times. Those are some colorful superstitions. They're all creepy. Why can't they just believe in something nice? Some are saying that they all have the same dream night after night and they wake up crying. Bet they're just saying it to scare me off. Are there teeth in their dreams and a strange creature with a crown? How do you know? Don't tell me it's real. I mean, if they're all having the same dream, that's definitely... Oh no, what the fuck does that mean? That description was crazy. I don't even remember half of it. It was so insane. That's not good. Sailor told me about it as well in the temple. He wanted me to transcribe the dream. And do what with it? He sent it to the Lady of Dreams in La Marina. Wait, do you know what the Lady of Dreams is? Silas frowns. Didn't know she was still around. You know of her. It's an old scheme that comes and goes. That sailor will soon come to you with a message that asks for money. Did you... Hey, you didn't fall for this scam, did you? Not really. I just know the gist. Comes with the, company. She takes the empty basket from the table. I need to return this. Shall we go? Are you avoiding my question? Are you dodging this conversation? Later that day, someone familiar visits your table at the temple. Your neighbor, the one who recently experienced a loss. Give condolences. Good morning. I'm sorry about Your cousin, was it? She seemed surprised. I know you. You go every morning to the same fountain with the one that looks up to no good. Thank you. I appreciate it. What can I help you with? I need to tell his wife that he's with us no more. He was sick, you see. Came to Caerlease to take it easy and heal, but he never did. Got worse by the day. Her message is brief and her eyes swell with tears as she dictates it to you. May the Prime bless you. Thank you. After she's gone, Brother Madia comes by your table. Another funerary notice for the countryside. Second one today. Surge in death so close to the solstice is a terrible omen. Could you do me a favor, Zara? Sure. Could you record on the side how many funerary notices you write a day? Of course. Thank you. Could you also note where the deceased came from? You think back to your neighbor and all the people before her who had to inform their loved ones of their loss. Now that I think about it, all the funerary notices of today were about peasants. I addressed them to their spouses or children. They were from the countryside but died here in the city. I don't imagine you were told how they died. The lady that just left lives a street over. Saw her wash linen stained with copious amounts of blood. Could it be a disease? I mean, this is what my friend believes. If it is, it's not a contagious one, or the symptoms take a very long time to show. Brother Madia traces Dawn's half sunburst in the air. I'll inform the archivists of Tusk about it. He takes a few steps, then turns back to you. Thank you again. You bless us with your service. Bells toll all over the city, marking the end of the day. What should you do with your evening? What? Choices? Also, a little tooltip popped up for half a second before running away from me. I mean, we should probably keep looking for that stuff, the file, right? Like, I don't think... Like, we could just hang out with Silas, but... Or maybe... Hold on. I can't save! Heck. Oh. Oh, wait, it tells me. Okay, hold on. Not too late to... Oh! Oh, well now I kind of want to do that. I mean, I know that we have a mission. But also, we don't even really want to do this mission, right? Like, Anelia doesn't even want to have her house restored, right? So, yeah, I'm gonna teach you how to write. Yeah. Silas is waiting for you outside the temple with a bundle in her arms. Look what I got here. She excitedly unwraps the cloth ribbon. You smell what's wrapped inside before you see it. A thick slice of cheese with embedded seeds. It's worth more than a day's salary. Why did you spend that much? But also cheese. Yes, cheese. Don't question excitement for cheese. Let's go home and eat it. That's what I wanted to hear. Wait, were you not supposed to help with the guy at the Hand of Piety? He'll survive a day without me. Fair enough. The streets are quiet. Oh, now I feel... No, now I feel like though... Oh no, now I feel like I was supposed to... We didn't tell him that we weren't coming today, right? Ah, piss. Wait a minute. Fuck. Now I feel like I fucked it up. No. Is there an autosave? Is that what that little message was? Maybe? Possibly? It was. Okay, that was an autosave. Right, we should probably do what we're supposed to, right? Like, cause this is, but also this feels like, I don't know. Why can't I just do both? Can I do both? Maybe I can. I don't know. I have to stop now because my brain is overloading. Oh, that's right. I feel like we made the agreement to do this, and so we should go and do this, right? We can help Silas with the reading later. This is important. That we don't, you know, let people down. Probably. You walk with a spring in your step towards the pawn shop. The voices of the dead have been eerily quiet, perhaps because they know of your singular focus. I'm so focused, and I definitely didn't forget about this. You enter the shared garden and spot a couple tending to a patch of vegetables, but no sign of Malec. His violets are doing well, however. You knock, and after a couple of seconds, he opens the door. Good evening. What's up? Did something good happen? Yeah, that's what I said. I've come to enjoy your visits. I hope you do too. Yeah, it's not so bad. I fucking whatever, dude. That's one of the greatest compliments I could ever receive. Don't be like that. That's sad. That's sad. Come in. He swept the floor. The bookshelves have been dusted as well, and now there's a small side table by the entrance. Do you feel like something sweet? He opens the small box on the table to reveal tiny drop-shaped pebbles. Wait, are they pebbles or are they snacks? Is it snack? Is that food? Chocos? What are those? Oh, almonds covered in sugar. It literally, there was a title on the map screen. There was a title on the map screen and I should have remembered this. He takes one and eats it with a smile. It sounds extremely crunchy. I'll take a crunch. No matter how thin the layer of sugar is delicious. He takes another one. Shall we begin? There aren't many records left that fit the period you're searching. We're fucked. I mean, we didn't really care about finding this anyways, I guess, but at least we'll know, right? We'll have gone through everything and we'll either have information or we won't, and that'll be the end of that. After a while, Malec grasps the box with the sugar-covered almonds and brings it closer. Tell me, what should I do? What? That's an extremely broad question. What the fuck are you talking about? I forgot you don't read my mind. Too bad. Huh? What? Huh? What the fuck are you He takes one of the sweets and he raises it in the air. Please, don't feel bad about taking the candy. You're saving me from overindulging. I've been going through them at an alarming speed, and while delicious, they're also quite pricey. It does feel nice to splurge on something every once in a while. But I could have fed a family instead of purchasing candy. I could have prevented someone from starving on the streets. Boy, this is... See, but if you go too far down that line of thought, it never ends. Why didn't you? I'm trying to think of a good excuse, but none come to mind. I have to accept that I'm just not as good a person as I thought I was. You don't seem used to wealth. I lived simply back in Banu Havidjar. I had a roof over my head, a trade I could practice, and I could save for a couple of luxuries a year. Do you think that's the problem? I try to live frugally, and I can justify some extravagance, but not charity. I should rectify that. I could sell the shop. It would be quite the headache, considering the amount of stuff there is here, plus the open loans. But if I managed, I could open a small ink place, do something I actually want to do. What's the alternative? Keep tending to the shop and have its dust and loans corrupt my morals. Is this a roundabout way to ask for my advice? I value your opinion. Do what you want, dude. I think you should open the ink shop. This clearly, you aren't enjoying this, so I think you should just open the ink shop. He smiles. That's what I would love to do as well. I'm happy you believe in me, especially since you haven't seen much of what I can do. Thank you for lending me your ear. I told you, right, how you haunt my dreams. Thought you an ethereal flower for years, but you're not. You're real. I'm glad to know that who is behind my maddening dreams is as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. He looks away. I apologize. That was... He hides his face in a logbook. Okay, so he does have some self-awareness of how fucking insane the energy is sometimes. Wild. It's just wild. Shadows dance briefly on his face before nestling themselves in his arm. Are you gonna tell me the full story of your scar? Which one? Again? Again I have to pick? I mean, the shadows keep clinging to his arm, right? Hold on. I'm so curious about the fucking face scar, though. Shadows dance briefly on his face before nestling in his arm. I guess they hang out on both. I mean, we already asked about the arm, right? I'm so fucking curious. I'm sorry if this is super duper rude, but also you asked and after I asked, so I was young. So young, in fact, that I don't remember what happened. I fell, they told me, on something sharp that split my face. As I was brought to a surgeon, crimson rain began to fall. A sign of Schluch's presence. Wait, actual, like, rain, red rain? Havdian tale for children. When Schluch, praised be his name, grows restless, he returns to his birthplace among the dunes, where his people roam the sands. There, with their prayers and salves, they turn Schluch's foul mood into joy. Elated, he's eager to share his blessings, because, child, every grain of sand left by his rain is a blessing. As you scrub it away, sing only praise to Schluch, lest his mood turns foul again. I don't think we unlocked anything else. Oh, just kidding. We unlocked one more. Candlelight illuminates the open page of a sketchbook. With gentle, precise strokes, the artist carves a figure out of the paper, that of a muscular back with broad shoulders that taper into a trim waist. Canvas on a canvas. Only when his model is ready can he truly begin. Picturing blood run down the spine makes him sigh already. Picturing blood run... What? Okay. Sure. That's normal. My mother fervently prayed to him, and I lived. That's why I pledged myself to him, the far traveler, the ever-burning wind. What about the one on your arm, then? Oh, sick, I get to ask about both. Fuck yeah. He raises his arm to look at his creation. Dark ink, you see, works best on fair skin. What a limited canvas that would be. I learned how to carve scars that turn light on darker tones. Practiced on myself, removing what I had once inked. Needed to know exactly what sort of paint I was to gift. You see pain as a gift? A terrible one, yes. You know, that's fair, actually. With your curiosity sated, you dive into the last records, your final hope to find House Casteldon's lost heirloom. Oh, we found? Oh, what is it? I found it. Oh, shit. He peeks over your shoulder as you point at a page. There. The entry describes a cameo brooch with a decorative frame in pure gold carved with vines and wheat. The person who sold the item is simply recorded as a lady. Her house name isn't recorded, and neither is her full title. Look at how little she received for it. She paid for her anonymity. We should... tomorrow. You don't want to search for a pin in a haystack with only a candle as aid. Fair enough. When you go downstairs, you find Silas looking at the paintings. You just walked in. Wait, how did you get in here? The lock on the door is only for show. So, found anything? We know what to look for. A brooch. Sweet. Knew it would be something she'd wear. Come tomorrow and I'll help you search for it. Silas yawns loudly. Deal. Sick. Wow. Success. You open your eyes just as the first light of the day filters through the barred windows. Knowing that an heirloom of House Casteldon is in Malec's shop fills you with purpose. Prove it for lineage to elevate her. I know. Silas rolls on her mattress and stretches her arms. Why are you awake so early? We have somewhere to be. I mean, how do you just wake up though without like an alarm? Like on time, early. How do you wake up early without an alarm? What is wrong with you actually? Is it the shadows? Are the shadows your alarm? The whispers? Whatever. As you take the bridge that connects the eastern hold with the heart, someone waves to you, the neighbor who came to the temple. Wave back. Who are you waving to? Oh, wait, that lady. But Silas waves to her as well. Wow. Click, click, hello, thank you. You can barely recognize the hand of piety. The floral design previously carved into the dust-caked window is gone. The glass is now sparkling clean. Wow. What? Why are you not fucking... Does my cursor have to be over here for the click to go forward? Weird. Surprised the guy isn't sick of us yet. Yeah, well... When you enter, the candles are lit, but there's no sign of Malec. My guy, buddy, you have to stop doing this. Hello? Malec. Oh, shit. He emerges from the drape behind the counter with a bashful smile. With his freshly pressed doublet, he now looks like a proper Carolesian merchant. My apologies. I just received this and I was making sure it fit. Well, you don't seem to like it. It does look pretty good on you, though. Going from a robe to that is bound to make him feel squeezed. Aptly put. Are you ready to turn the shop upside down? You focus your search on boxes of tiny items, jeweled pins and the like, but you can't seem to find it. Oh my goodness, who's that, cutie patootie? You decide to take a break as the day's first customer walks in, a noble woman in a striking violet dress. Lady Medea, good morning. A fine morning to you too. When she speaks, she does so with ease, yet you hear a slight accent. Where could she possibly be from? I don't imagine you found what I was looking for. I had to clean several inches of dust off of it, but yes. Malec produces an exquisite box from the counter, inlaid with lustrous mother of pearl and with a strange metal contraption on the side. Does it still work? The metal bit at the side is a lever. When Malec rotates it, tiny bells ring from inside the box, producing a melody. I'm unfamiliar with the song, but it's exactly as I remember it. Delighted, the noblewoman collects the music box and cradles it tenderly in her hands. This will make a wonderful gift for Father. Hope it'll remind him of her as much as it does for me. Her? My mother. She... Grief washes away her smile to replace it with somberness. Lady Medea exchanges the curio for a small ingot, foreign currency you think, floats out of the shop, her smile restored at the thought of gifting such a precious memory to her father. Silas asks Malec if he has more of those wondrous boxes, and your search is brightened by their bell-like tunes. Hours pass, and joyous chatter turns into a chorus of sighs and yawns. Over here! When Silas cries out, you expect her to sound elated. You rush to her side, eager to see the pin in her hand. Instead, you find her frowning with a wooden box in her grip. The engraving of House Casteldon on the lid has been stripped of its gold. Was it hidden in a box all this time? It's empty. You have spent hours sorting through various bits and bobs for nothing. Hey Malec, have any unsavory individuals visited your shop? That's a rather broad description. Oh, I can be specific. Have you seen a woman with a golden tooth and a scar over her right eye? What? That's extremely specific. She begins describing people, and Malec shakes his head at each one of them. There's this pretty girl who can't see well and always carries 3 or 4 pairs of spectacles on her. Oh, I believe I saw her. She put on a pair to examine the butterflies on display, but wore another one to look at the paintings, and even had a 3rd pair to examine the masks. Silas groans loudly. I know where to go. Go where? That's for me and Zara to know. She takes your arm, ready to pull you away. Thank you again, Malec. And drag you away she does. So, who... I'll wait. She crosses her arms and sighs. I'm your bodyguard. I'm supposed to keep you safe. But if I told you that I know who stole the pin from under Malec's nose, I'd say that I want to meet them. Yeah, figures. She's a goldsmith. Once she gets her hands on something, she can replicate it. Why replicate that pin in particular? You know how many lost heirlooms of a fallen house you can sell to foreigners? Fair point. Do you know where to find her? Silas. I just don't want to get in trouble. It could have... She bites her lip and her scar stretches. Nasty consequences. For me. She sighs again. It's gonna sound strange, but I have some rules I need to follow. 3 in total, and by taking you to her and stealing back the brooch, I'd break 2. You don't need to take me to her. It could all be a wonderful coincidence, meeting her just as I need her. She doesn't seem to find your jest amusing. Who said I was joking? She is dangerous, and if you angered her, I couldn't step in to do my job. I can handle myself. She's still not fully convinced. I'm not sure about the details. All I know is that she can be found in La Marina. The boats that bring gemstones from the mountains stop there. Built around the estuary of the Fels, La Marina used to be the biggest village in the area before the river was diverted to found Caerlease. Now it's but an extension of the city, used as a dockyard and to receive ore and lumber from the mountains. Well, sounds nice. Oh, a noble's favorite. Note from the late Miss Legrand. How dare you embroider only the front? I expect to have the chemise. How the fuck do you say that word? I don't know. I'm not fashion, okay? Return to me in less than a fortnight, fully finished, or I shall let Father know of your poor business. Wow, okay. How far is it from here? Several hours by foot. We might as well start walking. Have you decided what you'll do with the pin if you get your hands on it? Oh wait, that was you. Ha! Oops. Have you decided what you'll do with the pin if you get your hands on it? Well, I mean, It was stolen from Malec, actually. And Anelia doesn't want it, right? So we're giving it to Malec, I guess. In theory, yes. In practice, too. She shrugs in disagreement. Silas guides you from alley to square. Eventually, you reach the twin bridges. A big cart pulled by an ox is parked at the side, filled with corpses. Oh, delightful. Their bloated green oh god, gross. Oh, nasty. Their bloated green faces look at you with empty eyes drying in the sunlight. Shadows are nestled in the viscid? That's a new word. Viscid nooks and crannies of their bodies, and they spill out from the cart to prostrate themselves to you. Dusk be with them. Two priests are leaning over the railing with a large hooked pole and masks to help them against the stench of death. There are more corpses in the water being fished out like sick prizes from the glittering waters. That's the fucking worst, dude. Not water-bloated bodies. Oh, God. Don't look at them. That's nasty, dude. Silas pulls you away and you force yourself to walk. The cart is out of sight, but the image of all those rotting faces has been burned in your memory. Yeah. Does that happen often? What, people drowning or the priests cleaning the canals? Both? I can't imagine the canal maintenance happens very often if they have a whole fucking cart full of bodies. The drownings? Often enough that you should never drink from the canals, only from the wells. Nasty. What's gonna happen to the bodies? Those all looked like vagrants. They'll probably be given a funeral on the way before being buried. Silas is used to death. The sight of all those corpses does not shock her, only makes her feel pity. Lady of Dusk, from your seat in the heavens, watch over their souls as they travel to you. The Lady of Dusk was super not fucking with them, homie. Neither was the Abyss, because it does not concern itself with the dead, only with the living, and you. Shadows that offered themselves to you did so to soothe your troubled heart. Once you cross the twin bridges, the eastern hold opens itself to you. The sun shines brightly in the sky, reaching even you with its warmth. Aren't you baking alive in that cloak? I mean, it's only a half cloak. Not really. I know I would. As you cross the eastmost gate, one of the guards stops you. Miss? He's addressing you. Yes? He nods towards Silas. She's not bothering you, is she? What? No. The fuck? She isn't. You are, dude. Lady save me. Go on then, you can pass. Once you're out of earshot, Silas makes a vulgar gesture to the guard's back. At least you stuck out for me. Thanks. Any fucking time, dude. The cobblestone path soon becomes dirt and splits into a fork. To the Forester's Hide, to La Marina. When the summer heat becomes unbearable, nobles find refuge in the villas built on the outskirts of this evergreen forest. Peasants are forbidden entrance unless they're there to collect lumber, and even then they're not allowed to wade too far into the sea of trees. Wow, okay. I don't know why La Marina was also underlined when we literally already got that entered into our shit, but sure, whatever. Ask about the hide. I need to know more about this. Is that the forest? Yep, only nobles are allowed to get in. They use it as hunting grounds. Well, no, I mean, normal people can also enter, but they need a permit. So nobles aren't normal people. You're damn right they're not. She chuckles. You mostly meet wagons on the road, loaded with ore and timber. What can you tell me about the woman we're looking for? She goes by many names, and I have no idea how she keeps track of all of them. I know her as Renza. She wears spectacles and keeps losing them, so she has several pairs on her. Didn't you say she's a goldsmith? Shouldn't she wear the uniform? Only the owner of a shop has to. She used to work for a couple of them, then I think they caught her stealing and banned her. Not before teaching her how to do the job. It should be easy to find her. Doesn't she require a forge? Smell of the... Oh, wow, we have a new town. Smell of brine mixes with that of animal oil and acre metal. La Marina reminds you of the noisy buildings that spill out of the city walls, used as workshops for undesirable jobs like butchering and candle making. In the distance, you see the skeleton of a ship being built. I hate this place. I always get sand in my shoes. Oh my goodness. A priest dressed in the darker red of the Lady of the Dusk approaches you. Could it be? Silas, what are you doing here? He bears a scar on his lips just like Silas herself. Bodyguarding? I see. May the Lady of Dusk smile upon you. He bows to you and walks off. A friend of yours? No, he's not my friend. Didn't you describe him to Malec earlier today? Yep. Is he even a real priest? Of course not. Never liked him because of that. Why didn't you ask him about Renza? I don't want him to get suspicious. She looks around. This looks like as good a place as any to start looking for her. Let's just look around. Ferocious heat leaves the doors of many forges. Nearby, the rhythmic sound of a scalpel on stone marks a stonecutter's job. Spectacles are exceedingly rare. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I could have asked then. I was like, well, there will probably be multiple people that wear glasses, right? Guess not. You only see a few people wearing them. None are your quarry. Now that I think about it, I don't think they deal with gold where they work with other metals. You smelt nuggets of gold, right? You need a massive forge for that. So it was all for naught. Not really. I mean, let's look inside the houses. And have the guards called on us? Well, we need to be subtle. It's easier said than done, obviously. Closed blinds protect the windows of many houses from the sun. Others have drawn curtains. Oh, perhaps the shadows can help. They're eager to please you. You give them a shape, give them commands, and when Silas isn't looking, they pull curtains aside to reveal simple rooms and kitchens. Oh shit! You're almost losing hope, and then the shadows pull a faded curtain to reveal a figure hunched over a table. The surface is covered by tools, and a pair of spectacles lie on top of a scrap of parchment. Another pair hangs from the woman's belt. Silas? You point at the woman, and Silas catches a glimpse of her before the curtains fall back to cover her. That's Renza. I'm afraid you're on your own for this. I'd rather not be seen by her. I can't cross her, and I have the feeling I'd have to if I go talk with her. I'll be done in a breeze. Renza's not dangerous when she's alone, but just make sure she doesn't call for help. What the fuck? How am I supposed... Okay. Silas shudders. Ugh, that's not the sort of thing I like saying. Oh my goodness. Okay, well now I'm concerned. She rounds the corner and leaves you alone by the front door. You knock and wait. There's a cry from the inside, and after several seconds, the door opens slightly. Oh, what to do now? Fuck it. I was in the middle of something important, quite important, I'll tell you, and the door opens fully and Renza reveals her bejeweled self. Precious jaspers hang from her ears and neck. What is happening to me? Yet her eyes are captured by the brooch on your neck. Ladies, be my witness. Wait, no, that's not the right accent. Fuck, everything is collapsing. Okay, wait a minute. There it is. I found it again. Ladies, be my witness. I apologize for my rudeness. Oopsie. You must be the goldsmith.
Charmed to make your acquaintance, miss. How did you know where to find me?
A friend gave me the address.
And what amethysty business brings you here?
She's still staring at your brooch, so enthralled by the gemstone in it that she seems satisfied by your vague answer. Wow, this is gonna be easy. I just have to trade her this fucking thing for the brooch. Oh. I don't think that we're intimidating, but we can maybe bluff. I'm so in need of your expertise.
I understand. Come in.